changes did you feel? Did you feel vibrations? Yeah. So this is good to calm your mind. Whenever you get angry, if you do this, the anger will reduce. And also I'm sure if you're fighting with someone, you can do this immediately. They will laugh and the anger is anyway gone. Okay. So we're talking about wellness. What is wellness? What is well-being? Later you will be asking me questions. Now I'll ask you, what is well-being? When you hear well-being, what is the first thing or first word that comes to your mind? Healthy? Calm? Fitness?
The total satisfaction of an individual.
Satisfaction of individual, being with yourself, yes. See, wellness is an act of practicing healthy habits on your daily basis to make yourself physically and mentally better. See, wellness has a lot of factors involving, which is your spiritual wellness, your physical wellness, your social wellness, your intellectual wellness, your environmental wellness. All this comes into picture for a person to be healthy. So when you say healthy, it's not how physically fit you are. The mental health is also very, very important. And that is where yoga comes in picture, where yoga does not only mean asanas that you do on the mat. It is also pranayama, the breathing techniques. Yoga which includes yama niyama, that says how you should be in society with others. See, we always bring yama first, which is how we are supposed to be with others, because yoga teaches us selflessness. And then comes niyama, how you should be with yourself, not to harm yourself, not to be greedy and acquire a lot of things which you don't need. To self-study. All these things yoga teaches. Yoga is very vast, but what all we are doing is only concentrating on shavasana. Yeah. So yoga is chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga is the settling of the unsettled mind. When you put stone into a very calm water body, the ripples start. That is what happens to our mind when we give a thought. But if it's one thought, it is good. See, mind cannot be thoughtless. If it's thoughtless, what does it mean? Your brain did. It cannot be thoughtless. You have to give it a thought. So what thought do you give? It's upon you. In meditation, what do we do? The best way is to focus on your breathing. Just your breathing. See, for that you don't need anything else. You can just sit on your chair. You don't even have to sit down. You'll start getting feet cramps, when you go for longer time. You start getting back pains. Sit comfortably and just focus on your breathing. Easiest way to meditate. Then you go on to higher mantra meditation is there, guided meditation is there, sound, music meditation is there. So all of these things will be, you can, put into practice. First, Chamundi Betta Hattat namge easy adre, Mount Everest we can try. Right? One day if you go, like very first day if you go, even Chamundi Betta, next day, Kai Kal Nau Bharate, and we stop it. So start with small steps. Plus my first quarantine, the only way it became easy for me because I included all of these hobbies into my life. I started gardening. I felt that pots were very expensive. You go today, single pots you take, it's very expensive. I felt it's really expensive because I wanted really nice, pretty looking ones which had Buddha faces, bird faces and all. So what I did was I substituted them with plastic bottles. I think that's one of the best ways to start off. And I like succulents, so it has small enough space to start off. So, and then I started painting first. I had no clue about sketching or anything, so I started modern art. Throw paint however you want, choose the colors whatever you want. It's an art, it becomes a beautiful picture. The picture is your thought. And then yes, I moved on to more slightly complex and difficult paintings like Mysore traditional art. So that's how my quarantine went. Gardening, cooking, of course most of us became master chefs during those times. So, how do you think that you should maintain your wellness? It's very simple changes that you bring about in your life. For example, taking the sun. Most of us, lot of us, if you see, will suffer from vitamin D. D is so openly available. Why are we not getting it? It's because one, our body is not accepting it. And vitamin D, I don't mean go at 12 o'clock and stand out in the sun. Go out, after 6:37, it's a beautiful sunrise that is falling onto your face. Expose yourself for that sun. See, all of this will give you happiness and joy. And see, happiness is not, it cannot be throughout the day, it's not throughout your life. Some times in your day you will be happy, the other times you will be sad, you will be angry, and it's very okay to be all of that. Well-being is not always being happy, being comfortable. It's okay to step out of that comfort zone. It's okay to feel sad and cry also about it. Coming back to my biking, a lot of you might think yoga and biking is so different. One needs so much of energy. One is so much of, being calm, being an extrovert, being an introvert. I think this is where I found my balance. I did solo Ladakh in 2018, which was, yes, it was very much unplanned. I was very scared. My parents actually didn't know I was doing solo because I did Spiti right before that, and I had friends with me who were in IT and didn't get holidays, but I wanted to extend it. So that's how the solo lay happened. I did face a few issues, but then Ladakh people were very nice. When you do things on your own is when you understand that yes, you can do things on your own, or else you will be you will become dependent for everything on everybody. That is, see, for example, you want to go somewhere, you call your friends, she'll not come, but you really want to go to that place. For example, Mysore exhibition, you want to go. How will I go alone? What will people think? Oh, movies, I've gone movies alone. What will they think? It's really fine. You have friends with you, your family who are coming, it's great, you'll have a great time. But again, that should not depend on somebody's presence or absence. Unless and until you're content with yourself, you don't need anybody else or anything else. Start doing things alone. For small things, it is fine. Going to a shop and getting something alone. That's how you start off the journey. But again, you have to be very aware of your surroundings as well. I did not travel after sunset for sure. My whole journey was very beautiful. On the last day, I had rented a bike there, so I had to leave the bike. And morning, I had my flight, so I had booked a cab. That cab guy didn't show up. I was getting late for the flight, and you have only that time there were 2 flights from Leh in the morning, then you have to wait for the next day. There are no refunds also. I got worried. I'm calling the cab guy, he's not picking. Then I went to a hotel nearby. I stayed in a homestay, so they didn't have cabs. I went to a hotel, a big hotel nearby, and asked, can you please lend me your cab? I need to go to my airport. I have flight in an hour. They were like, no, our Koreans are waiting for the cab occupied, but we will arrange a cab for you. And the cab came in 10 minutes. And I sat inside, my cab guy came. And he had not even washed his face. He's like, I was waiting for. I said, no, I'm here from 1 hour. मैं यहाँ 1 घंटे से कर रही हूँ, आप यहाँ पे नहीं आए. I told him that, and he wanted me to come with him and pay the money, or just pay the money and go with my new cab guy. I said, no, actually I was almost in tears when all this jagda was happening, and that day was my birthday. I wanted to surprise my parents come on that day, so I had not even told them I was coming. So I had pepper spray in my pocket, one side. Girls, please go buy pepper spray. It's going to be helpful in your solo journeys if you have a plan, or if you're in a team. It's always very, very, very useful. And on my right, my phone, I dialed 100. I said, if you're not going to let me go, I'm going to call the cops. So he gave me some galiyas and he let me go. And my driver told me that, ma'am, Ladakh people are not like this. And he was a UP guy, not stereotyping. But this is how you have to be careful when you go traveling. You have to be aware of things. Because even I was given an impression that Ladakh is quite safe. The people are very friendly, very welcoming. But I did have an experience like this. And in my own hometown, Mysore, my bag was snatched away from me. A place in Chamundibetta where I go almost every week. So I'll not say Mysore is always safe or Mysore is unsafe. It's about you, how your awareness of the surroundings will be. So don't let such any experience stop you and pull you back. Okay? Do start off yoga practices in your everyday life. It will help you a lot. It has helped me with my PCOD issues. Brahmari, what we just did, it's very good for headache problems. So each asana like that, each pranayama has those benefits to you which will help you. And in my journeys, my back pain. I till today, I don't get back pains for my long rides because my back, I have kept it flexible because of yoga. A lot of my friends, especially people who are tall, you need to start off with the back bendings. That is what is going to help you to keep your back fit. The more flexible your spine is, the younger you will be. Do chakrasana every day and I can guarantee you, you will not get back issues later. Saying this, I thank you all for your time and giving me the opportunity for being here, sir. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening.
Yeah. Kanchana, thank you very much. I'm impressed. Kanchana, one personal question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
It's a little personal. I don't